I'm Alex, and welcome back to Good Evening KU.
And I'm Christy. Alex, I know everyone's been talking about the big win, the
football game. About the football game.
That was crazy. Oh my gosh.
It was so fun to see it, and I know
people are so excited.
Game.
Horns down.
I know, horns down.
I mean, that 2-point conversion.
Yeah.
First, we went into overtime, which was crazy, and
yeah,
then we
people
won.
didn't even think that was going to happen, honestly.
It was an insane game.
Yeah.
And I saw a lot of my friends went down to the game too, and I saw a lot of KU people were there watching.
I was so surprised the amount of people that were there. I wish I was
They must have just known.
I know, they must have known. It was like our good luck charm.
I know. So we won 57-56. Crazy.
Yes. And did you see the video that I think so Jared Casey was the freshman who scored the final point, and did you see the video on Twitter of his mom? And it's like his family finding out about it. It's really cute.
I've heard people post it, and I've seen people talk about it, but I haven't seen the full video yet.
It's really cute.
That was Jared, wasn't it? That was Jared.
That video was so cute and fun.
So cute. I'm so glad his parents could be there for him.
I couldn't even imagine what his mom, what his entire family was feeling.
I even saw that ESPN tweeted about him and saw that stuff and said his name. So that's awesome.
I love that for KU. That's
good
awesome.
For him.
Thanksgiving's next week. I think we have a nice, fun game of Would You Rather Thanksgiving edition.
We're back at it again.
We're back at it, our favorite game.
Yes.
All right, I'll start off. So would you rather eat an entire turkey or all the Thanksgiving stuffing?
See, I'm not a huge Thanksgiving stuffing person.
Really?
I'm not a stuffing girl. So I would do the turkey, but it has to have gravy on it.
Okay. See, I'm the opposite. I'm more of a ham person than turkey. So then I would choose stuffing instead of eating all the turkey.
Okay. The next one is, would you rather cook the meal or clean all the dishes? This is tough.
This is a tough one because cooking is you just want to eat it all while you're cooking. But then you don't want to.
It's a lot of work.
That is
I just had a Friendsgiving, and it's actually so much work to make all that food.
Oh, but then cleaning it, that's the last thing you want to do after you eat. I just want to take a nap. So, I would probably just go cooking, I guess.
Okay.
Because then it's nice to see people eat the food.
I would agree. I don't want to clean it up.
Yeah, too much work. All right, are you a Black Friday shopper after you eat, or would you rather watch football?
Black Friday,
100%. Me too.
Football is fun sometimes, but I want to get the deals.
Me too. Yeah, my sister and I, every year, we're ready. We love Black Friday
My
shopping.
whole family, we all go, and it's so fun.
It is. I love it so much. Do you start that night, or do you go in the morning?
So I've done both. Sometimes my grandma's a real we're going late at night, we're going at midnight. But I've been with both. But
nice. I know. I'll see what I do this year.
Yeah. Okay, the last one is mac and cheese or mashed potatoes.
Oh, mac and cheese.
100%.
Yep, the only right answer.
It's easy.
And then, so this week we have a lot of sports going on, some fun games. We have the women's basketball game is tomorrow night against Omaha, and that starts at 7 p.m., so we should go support our women's basketball team for sure.
And I know the boys also have a game on Thursday at 7, I'm pretty sure, against
Stony Brook.
Stony Brook,
yes. Yeah, that should be a good game. I know we're ranked number 3 right now this week.
I know, it's very exciting.
It is.
Really good. So
I think I plan on going to the game. What about you?
I'm for sure. I don't know I've never been to a girls' basketball game before.
Yeah, I haven't either, so I think
I do need to show the girls some support, though.
For sure, yeah.
But I will definitely probably go to the basketball game on Thursday.
Me too. Yep. And I think next we just have an interview with Emma and Adam. So we'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
Bye.
Welcome back, everyone. Today we have special guest Adam Mouak. He is the president of KU's USGBC. So Adam, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, sure. As Emma said, my name is Adam Mouak. I'm the president of KU USGBC. I'm a senior studying architectural engineering, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about our group.
Awesome. So what is KU USGBC?
KU USGBC is a student branch of the professional organization USGBC, which stands for U.S. Green Building Council. So we're a sustainability and green building focused group who mainly have architectural engineering, architecture students, as well as civil and construction management.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I heard you guys doing some big projects recently. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so we started off the year with a professional development week where we kind of gave some tips and tricks to some of our underclassmen on how to get internships and kind of what that looks like. Right now we're working on a popsicle design project. So we're actually designing a popsicle house and then we're going to build it next semester.
Nice.
Yeah.
So is there like a certain vibe to the popsicle house? Is it like Victorian or modern or like?
Yeah, so we had some design inspiration from Frank Lloyd Wright. Let's see, the Schroeder House, as well as there is, I can't remember his name, but he builds houses in the desert with a very modern vibe.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Very.
That's very exciting to hear. So
Very cool.
if some prospective people watching, where can they like join KU USGBC?
Yeah, so you can follow us on Instagram at ku.usgbc, or you can send an email to ku.usgbc@gmail.com, where you can reach out to us with your phone number and we'll get you added to our GroupMe. Our GroupMe is by far the best way to get information on when the next meetings will be, when our social events are, and other stuff like that.
Awesome. Is there like a specific time for meetings, or are they just kind of like rolling on?
They kind of vary. We aren't very consistent, but we try to shoot for twice a month, however that works out, just with schedules and exams and that type of stuff. So that's why getting in the GroupMe is the best way to stay involved.
Awesome. Is there anything else you would like to add?
I think that's about it. Be sure to follow us on Instagram at ku.usgbc and reach out if you're interested.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming on.
Well, thank you for having me.
Of course. After the break, we'll be back with the news.
A lot of our waste ends up discarded in the environment, causing pollution, but we can help to reduce this pollution by recycling. There are many recycling bins on KU's campus. And when you're not on campus, take advantage of these bins offered in many retail stores. You should also try to reduce your use of plastic by using these refillable water jugs. Our actions have a huge impact on the environment, so make sure to do your part to keep it clean.
Welcome back. I'm Halen.
And I'm Abdullah.
This is your Tuesday Good Evening KU News Update.
In an effort to prevent sexual harassment on campus, anyone who applies for a job at KU may be asked to sign a form that allows former employers to release information on past history. KU Chancellor Gerard was the co-chair of a committee on higher education that created the recommendation.
Kansas Governor Laura Kelly received her COVID-19 booster shot on Friday. According to the Lawrence Journal-World, just over 50% of all Kansas have gotten one dose of the vaccine, and nearly 250,000 have received a booster. Kelly said she wouldn't ask anyone to do something she wasn't willing to do herself.
The first Whataburger in Kansas City has opened its doors yesterday morning. More than 40 people had lined up an hour before the franchise opened at 11 a.m. and the drive-through line extended for blocks. The Lee's Summit location is the first of 8 scheduled to open in the metro area.
In sports, it was a big win this weekend for KU football as the Jayhawks beat Texas 57-56 in overtime in Austin. After blowing a 14-point lead early and a 7-point lead in the final minute, Kansas freshman Devin Neal scored from 2 yards out in OT to bring the Jayhawks within 1. It was quarterback Jalen Daniels hitting walk-on freshman Jared Casey for the 2-point conversion and the biggest victory of the season.
KU aerospace engineering students are building a miniature satellite that's scheduled to be launched into space in June 2022. A watch party is expected to take place at KU, in which the launch will be streamed online. The project cost hundreds of thousands of dollars and is funded by many entities, including KU Student Senate.
The volleyball team had last week off, but will return home to Horseshoe Family Volleyball Arena this weekend against TCU. The Jayhawks are 12-11 this season and will need to sweep the Horned Frogs and then defeat Kansas State to have any chance at making the NCAA tournament. Star freshman outside hitter Carolyn Bean said that it's been an easy fit with this year's team.
I think it's kind of been like easy for me to like connect with the team and like bond with them really well, because I've kind of like played with older girls my whole life, and again, like they just make it so easy because they like brought me right in.
And of course, the basketball season is underway as well. Both the men and women are off to 2-0 starts. The women beat SIU, Edwardsville, and Tennessee State, while the men defeated Michigan State and Tarleton State. Next on the schedule is a women's game tomorrow night against Omaha.
And that will wrap it up for today's news update. After the break, I'll be back to tell you how long this nice weather is going to last.
From adversity, we rose. We made history and became pioneers, voyagers, champions, Jayhawks. And when our chant rises, haunting and hallowed, Jayhawks are telling the world what's near. Victory.
Good evening, Jayhawks. My name is Halen Wohai here with your weather forecast for this evening. A couple of headlines I'm going to be talking about today. We do have a cold front that's going to be pushing through later tonight. Could see a few drizzles, at least associated with that system. But after that, looking to see a little bit more of some windier days ahead. And then so far looking to stay relatively more on that dry to mild side for the next coming days. But for right now, we've been having quite a beautiful day today in Lawrence. We reached in those 70s today, and right now starting to see a little bit more cloud cover starting to make its way into the area, as satellite will show us those influx of clouds that are going to be just right behind this cold front that's going to be pushing on through later tonight. But so far temperatures are really nice out there. We're still hanging out, or at least hanging on to those lower 70s, still 72 degrees in Lawrence and 71 degrees to the north in Leavenworth. And wind speeds are pretty more on the lighter side, between 10 to 15 miles per hour, but we're really going to see those wind speeds start to kick up a bit. Once this cold front's going to push through, we could see wind gusts getting up to 30 miles per hour. But so far for right now, we're still at least getting gusts up to 22 miles per hour, but still mostly cloudy. Got that little bit of a warm breeze out there, but still very enjoyable weather. Definitely want to get out and enjoy it as much as you can, because the temperatures are really going to start changing afterwards, or at least once we get into tomorrow. But did reach a high of 72 degrees today and a low of 38 degrees this morning, well above our average for this time of the year. We should be in those mid 50s for this time of the year, but we are quite clearly not, and so far not quite close to that record that was set back in 2016, but still very nice weather we've been having today and for the last couple of days too, but not as much more, not going to last long, but going to be still holding on. At least we'll get back down into those upper to mid 60s for the rest of this evening. Still going to be continuing to see that gradual increase of clouds in our area, and then by late tonight we'll be finally bottoming out at a low of 46 degrees with a little bit of that chance of a drizzle trying to make its way into the area once that cold front starts to push on through it, and we'll see those winds also start to shift from the south going to the north. And then here's another look at that Futurecast model. It shows just a little bit, or at least wants to like pick up a little bit of that drizzle we're going to see, but you can clearly see where this cold front's going to be pushing through, and this will be late tonight. We're talking between midnight to 2 a.m. is when we'll see this cold front going to start pushing through, and we'll see temperatures get back to where they should be, at least in those 50s, or at least in those lower 50s for tomorrow, 52 degrees. Still holding on to those clouds in the area, but that north wind is blowing at 10 to 15 miles per hour, and then gusts up to 30 miles per hour. Want to hold on to those hats, and might want to grab onto those heavier coats for those early morning hours of Thursday and Friday, as we're going to be still dealing with quite a bit of wind, and with that wind, temperatures are going to feel a lot colder than what they are, at least what the air temperature is going to be reading. So we'll be feeling like in those lower, or at least in those mid 20s for Thursday morning and Friday morning as well. So if you got those early morning classes, or you're going to be going out for exercise exercising on a jog, definitely want to at least wear some layers for the morning hours. But so far, looking ahead for the next 8 to 14 days, we're going to still see trends at least getting a little bit below average with our temperatures, at least a little bit more of a cooler trend. And precipitation still looks, as I mentioned before, will look to stay a little bit more on that drier side as we're seeing below average, or at least a little bit more drier outlooks for the next 8 to 14 days. But so far, and 7-day forecast will show that, as well as we'll continue to see relatively nice and pretty mild weather. For Thursday will most likely be our coldest day. We'll be hanging out in those upper 40s, but still plenty of sunshine to work with. Couple of windy days as well, but as I mentioned before, we do have those early morning chilly temperatures in those upper 20s for Thursday, or at least I should say Friday morning, but still looks to be a relatively nice week ahead for us, and a great start, or at least a nice little week before Thanksgiving break is ahead of us. That is all I have this weather forecast. Thanks for tuning in to Good Evening KU tonight. We won't be back next week. We'll be back the week afterwards. So have a nice Thanksgiving break, Jayhawks.